Hey, happy Monday. It is Monday, March 22nd, and yes, the cart is open. So I am so excited about this. We're getting ready to add all of you into JS members only, and we're with a little bit of a new technology, and so we're a little behind schedule today, but that's okay. It's, the tech issues, you know how that goes. And let's go. So today I am so excited because I'm going to tell you all about the membership, what you get in the membership, who needs to be in the membership. And of course, you can ask me any question, and I will answer any question right now. You can just type in wherever you're at, and I will answer all your questions. So I'm very excited about this, and I want to talk to you first before I get into the membership. I want to talk to you a little bit about how to navigate life transitions. And you might think, okay, well, what's that stuff? And so I picked out 3 different life transitions that I want to just touch on briefly, because these are issues that I talk about and teach about in the membership and, in the private Facebook group. So these are things that you will learn more about. So the first thing first life transition that I want to talk about real quickly is relationship status. A lot of us have either been through breakups or divorce. Some of us have been alone for quite a while. So when we have a change in a relationship status, our life is a little bit, we're not really sure how to navigate it. And especially when it comes right from a breakup, whether you did the breaking up or not, there's a sense of loss and coping with loss. And no matter what you've lost, no matter what it is, whether it's through a breakup, a death, or a change that you're going through, you have to deal with the 5 stages of grief, which are denial, bargaining, depression, anger, and acceptance. So when it comes to a breakup, you have to go through those stages. And a lot of times we're going through denial and bargaining while we're in the relationship. We see that something's not working for us. So we see that, or we feel something is different, and we're trying to figure it out, and maybe we don't want to face it. So that's where we have denial. We may just say, oh, if I'm a lot nicer, if I'm more available, if I'm this, I'm that, the person will stay with me. That's your bargaining stage. And then you have depression, and that usually comes right when the breakup is happening. Although if you really are staying a lot longer and you know that the relationship is not going to work, or that it's not if you finally realize it's not what it should be, you will go through some depression. And this is situational. I'm not talking about chronic depression here. And eventually you'll get angry and you'll get mad. You might get mad at yourself. You might get mad at the people around you. You might get mad at the person that you have the breakup with. But I feel, in my experience, that once you get angry, you start to reclaim your power. You start to become you again. And then you can move on to acceptance. These are all issues I talk about in the membership community. Relationships in general, whether it's a love relationship or friendships, work relationships, these are what cause people the most anxiety, the most heartache. you can be upset that it's a rainy day, but in general, it's not going to be as terrible as a loss of a relationship or a relationship that's toxic. Relationship status is being in community and being with a partner. That's part of our makeup. We long to have that partner or be in a group setting. So we need to learn how to cope with the loss, going through the 5 stages. And then once you do get to acceptance, that's sort of your getting back to normal. What does that look like for you? Being a single person, are you just going to be, you'll have all this free time. Will you be socializing with friends, maybe spending more time doing self-care? What's your normal? And, what's normal, but, your sort of par. What is that for you? Do you even know what that is? Especially if you were with somebody for a really long time, you don't even know who you are. This is where you're learning about yourself and you're navigating and trying to figure out what works for you. This is where you say, okay, well, maybe I need to engage in some self-care, join a gym, join a group, start reading more, go on a vacation, hang out with friends, socialize. This is your new sort of baseline. And this is where you're doing the work to become the best version of yourself, because now you're in this space where you can learn and grow about yourself and be happy on your own so that you can go to the next step, which is maybe start dating again and attracting people in your life who deserve to be there. And that's when we get to ready to date. Like you're ready. You've been alone and you have gained the knowledge that you need for yourself. You're happy. You actually know that you don't need anybody. You would like somebody in your life. Does anyone know what that feels like? It's a great place to be. It's a great place because your life is amazing just as it is. Somebody else kind of puts the hot fudge on top of the whipped cream. It's makes it a little bit more complete. You're good on your own, but it sort of overflows your cup. Your cup is full, but bringing somebody that brings value into your life, it overflows. The next change that we see is change with your kids. And I just picked out 3 different stages. And because in each stage, your life will change and you will have to figure out what you're going to do with your time, whether you work or not, whether you stay home with your kids, whether you're working, whether you're the dad or the mom. It changes when, number 1, everybody's in school. You go from having those babies at home to having everybody in school. Now you are a little bit more liberated, more emotionally, because you're not worried about what's going on. The kids are off to school all day. This is a change for parents. Parents can even struggle with this, sending their kids to school. They feel bad about it. I know with I have 4 boys, and the first 3, I was like, oh my gosh, go. Can you take your brothers with you? Have fun, be free, kids. And when that last kid, I went to the kindergarten class and I sat and the teacher said to me, oh, this is Maddie's desk. And I sat down and I put my head on the table and cried my eyes out. And I don't even know why, because I love my kids to be a little bit independent. I like that. And I just cried my eyes out because my baby was going off to school. So that's one of the stages. Another stage is when everyone's driving. You're not having to drive. You're not the taxi for anybody. Everybody's driving, and they still need you because they're teenagers, and you still have to be around. But everybody's driving, and you have all this free time. You might even be able to go out. How's that? You won't have to worry so much about, having to have a babysitter who's crying, who's whatever, and everybody's all set. And the last stage, well, it's not really the last one, but another one is when everyone's out of the house. And this is sort of the biggest life-changing event when it comes to the kids. Everyone's gone. Everybody's out of the house, whether it's in college or moved on into their own adult lives. And sometimes couples can look at each other and say, well, who are you? Because all they've been doing is dealing with the kids. And they don't know they haven't gone out on dates. They haven't really done much because they're so devoted to the children that they don't know who their partner is anymore. You may be a single parent or sharing custody and the kids are gone. You're a lot freer. What does that look like for you? How do you navigate that? What is right for you? Now you have all this time and you're saying, well, I don't really like this in my life. You were so busy with the kids that you didn't have time to even look at yourself. And if you were really happy with anything, with the things that were going on, now you have time. You go, I'm not really sure I really like my job. I'm not really sure I like my partner. You don't know. And then you have all this time on your hands, and a lot of people get depressed at this stage because they don't know what to do with themselves. And this is a great time because, especially in this day and age, we're a lot younger than we were 50 years ago. 50 years ago, the empty nesters were old and ready to die. And we're going out and nightclubbing and dancing and going to restaurants and fine dining and running marathons and working out at the gym. There's a whole world out there for empty nesters, whether you're married or not. There's lots to do. I talk about this in my membership because it's important. We've forgotten ourselves for so many years. Now it's time to find out who we are. Who are you? What is your purpose? Are you enjoying your life? And the last one, and I saved this for last because we've all just gone through this and we're still dealing with the effects of a world pandemic. And I don't even like that word. I don't really use it often. I don't really say much about this because I don't like to keep it in my vortex where I'm manifesting continued effects of this. However, in this case, it's important because we have had to deal with a pandemic that affected everybody on all levels: financial, emotional, physical, spiritual. There were political ramifications, civil unrest if you're an American. We had to deal with, so when something like this happens, we have to deal with our emotions, and our emotions will change as time goes on. At first, you might not want to believe it. I think a lot of us went through the stages of grief. We were grieving at the very beginning the life that we once had. Think about it. There's depression, we're anger. Are you kidding me? Is this happening? Even to this day, my stomach turns about it. And we can be angry at whatever is going on. unfortunately, a lot of that anger is we get towards each other. There's, physical ramifications to this. We had people die in our lives. You may have gotten sick. You maybe gained some weight because you're not going to your gym, or you're just staying home, and maybe you're drinking too much because you're trying to escape. There's a lot that goes into this. And then there's a communal effect. How do I relate to others? Everybody's scared of each other. You're scared to be around people. We're wired to live in community. And when we cut that off, something is very wrong inside of us. We feel it. We are wired to live in community. So these are just a few of the issues I talk about in the membership community. And if I haven't talked about them already in the past, I will be talking about these issues because they're important for our well-being. Dealing with these issues, we need to learn how to make decisions that serve our highest good. And we can only do that when we understand what our higher good is, we understand what our purpose is, and we're on the proper track. We're on our soul's journey to being the best version of ourselves. And when we engage in extreme self-care, a topic that I love, when we engage in extreme self-care, which is much more than a gym membership, we start to be more sensitive to those people and events that don't serve us. And when we're more sensitive to it, because, take people that are in an abuse situation. It could be just verbal. I don't want to say just like I'm diminishing it. It could be verbal abuse and not physical. And after a while, you just think it's normal. You think it's normal to be mistreated like that. You think it's normal to be talked to the way you've been talked to. And as you engage and as I look back even on my situation in my marriage, as I started to take care of myself, I started to see that something was really wrong. So understanding these issues, understanding who you are and understanding what your purpose is and how amazing you are, and how without you tapping into your gifts, without you living your purpose, the universe is missing a piece of the puzzle, and that's you. I'm missing you being your awesome self. And the world is missing you too. So I want to, so that's it. I want to just touch on those subjects, but I want to show you a little bit about the membership and show you how it works. And please feel free to ask me any questions. I will be happy to answer them. Okay, so this is my membership landing page where you get all the information. I'm going to go into the login in a minute so I can show you the material. And you can just look at this yourself if you go to juststeph.com. And I will show you that in a minute. So this is just some of the topics that if you when you read this, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but if you have toxic people in your life, if you have given more, if you feel you have more to give to the world, and you want a purpose-driven life and career, maybe your current job is boring, You need to come to understand what your purpose is. If you are facing divorce or a breakup and you are unclear on how to start new, you have joined a gym and started reading posts on self-care, but you don't really know because there's no clarity. It's like having all this information, like with diets. If you start Googling self-care and becoming the best version of yourself, reaching enlightenment, your soul's journey, you're going to have a million articles, a million YouTubes, and this membership is here to give you clarity on so many issues and so that I've done all the researching and deciphering, and you merely get the benefits of that in this membership. You don't have to spend all the time trying to figure out what's going to work for you. I'm going to present the information to you so that you can say, yes, this is what I need to do. This is what I would like. This is how I need to change my thinking. Maybe your life is complicated. You've got tons of stuff going on. You're exhausted at the end of the day. You have no energy for anything fun. You're going to be happier when this happens. You'll be happier when the kids are gone. You'll be happier when you lose 10 pounds. You'll be happier on Monday. You'll be happier on Friday. You are wishing away your life, and you want to be in the place where right now you are happy right now. It doesn't matter what day it is or where you're at on the scale or your job. You're happy right now. And I like this because you have heard it over and over. Tomorrow may never come. Live your life now. Tomorrow may never come. Well, what I think is worse than tomorrow never coming is tomorrow coming and you're still the same. You're still miserable. You're still in that same shitty situation. You're still in the same bad relationship. You're still in the oh-hum job. You're still trying to figure out what you want out of life, or you're just bored, or you're just on that treadmill and you can't get off. How is that going to be better than anything? Just tomorrow comes and it's all still the same. It's Groundhog Day. Every day. You're waking up every day. It's the same old, same, and I hear that from people. I go, oh, how's everything? Oh, same old, same old. I'm going, really? Sorry. I feel bad for you. And this is just more information. If you want to read it on your own at juststeph.com under the members only. And of course, the link is at the bottom here of the screen. It says JS members only. You click that link and get on that link and copy and paste it, put in your browser. And all this information is here and you can read it all on your own. But basically I'm going to teach you how to become like a little child again and, and enjoy your life. Enjoy everything that is yours to enjoy. And one of my members, she said this, thank you, Steph Palermo, for an enlightening one-on-one yesterday. We had a one-on-one and she joined my membership. I'm feeling lighter already. I've always had difficulty letting go, but it's time to release and take care of myself mentally, physically, and spiritually so that I can be a better version of myself. I look forward to our future endeavors and working with you. So that was Lisa. She's in the membership. She's part of the group as well. So this membership is for you if you're in transition, you're bored, you're engaging in unhealthy or toxic relationships. Maybe you need help with tough conversations. You're dummying down regularly. You ever find yourself in a group and you're saying, oh my gosh, beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life down here. You're practicing some form of self-care and you want more. You want clarity on the ideal path to contentment. You're curious about who the best version of yourself is. You're looking for someone to offer direction and clarity. You want support from like-minded connections that would come in the private Facebook group. You're interested in getting help with all this, except one-on-one coaching is expensive and therapy is not appealing to you, and you're ready to level up. Now, stop watching right now if you're not ready to enjoy your life. You're completely satisfied with every aspect of your life. You're lazy, brain dead, and shallow because you won't care. You're apathetic about most everything. You do not want to commit to the small amount of time it takes to enjoy your life. You enjoy worrying, boredom, chaos, being mistreated, toxic people. You're addicted to suffering, and you are not ready to be happy. So this is just a little bit more about the membership, and this is what you get. There's it's a basic and a VIP. The basic membership and the VIP get the same all the way down. 10 groovy dues. I have weekday messages from the universe, and actually, I'm going to be adding a daily card pull. I thought about it, came up today for me. I'm going to be pulling a card every day with the message from the universe. I have a weekly newsletter, a monthly affirmation, 2-hour monthly workshop with handouts and PowerPoints, weekly office hours where you can ask Just Steph anything. I'll be there ready to answer your questions. We have a weekly book discussion. Right now, we're right in the middle of, where is my book? Here. You Are a Badass. It says How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life by Jen Sincero. We're on that. We already covered my book. It's Not Personal, Sonny, It's Business, How to Run Your Family Life and Business Like a Sicilian. And we have monthly milestone markers, which you get every month, a checklist. There's a private Facebook group with just our group. That's it. And you get a download of The Only Way Is Up, my first book, and you get access to my book that's not yet published. And I haven't even put this out yet in the membership, so it's coming. It's Where the Hell Are the Ruby Slippers? A Search for the Power. It's my second book. Now, if you join as a VIP, there's a 30-minute monthly group call, and you get free weekly access to me on Voxer, where you can message me all week long, and I will respond to you, and you can do like a walkie-talkie and ask me questions. There's a monthly accountability email, a quarterly one-on-one with me, a 30-minute one-on-one every quarter, and then a 30-minute graduation to phase 2 call, and that will come at the end of the year. Now, the VIP membership is only available in an annual subscription. The basic has both the annual and the monthly. If you choose the annual, it's much cheaper. So let me show you how it works. So I'm going to go to the member login. And so as you can see, this is very easy to navigate. You just can go down into the August content. You can look at the weekly book discussions, and all of the information is here. And you have your the monthly workshop is here, and we have your affirmation of the month. Very easy to navigate. Weekday messages from the universe. So we have all the messages are here. These are just channeled messages. And we have your checklist. Oh, it must be in here somewhere. But there's also you can do any of the handouts and send them to me, and I will look at them. And as well, there are handouts here as well. So this is very easy to navigate, but I want to show you also the group. Okay. So let's get into the group. I can show you the private Facebook group. And all of the information. So I do lives every day with the messages from the universe, as well as some other, I'll throw in some other things there as well. Okay. So as you can see, technology is a little crazy. So anyway, but what I wanted to tell you is I have a couple of bonuses if you join in the first 24 hours. So that's tomorrow, by tomorrow at 5:41, it's 5:40, by 6 o'clock. I have some bonuses for you. But one thing is I am adding the card pull to that. And as well, if you, in the first 5 people will be offered a free 30-minute soul reading. And I will include a card pull in that as well. You'll get right away the download of The Only Way Is Up, my first book. And if you join as a VIP, you'll get a signed copy of my latest book. It's not personal, Sunny, it's business. And I will send that out to you, signed copy. So those are your bonuses for the first 24 hours. If you join, I think you will really love it. I'm very excited about this. It's such a great group, and I want to have you in there. I want you working on going towards the best version of yourself, because that is the happiest place you can be. Be on your soul's path. And I just feel like the gifts that I have, I want to share them with you. And this is the best way I know how to share them to as many people as I can. So if you have any questions at all, please email me at, I'm going to write it here in this, you can email me. You can email me at steph@juststeph.com. And we can put that in the chat as well. We'll put that in the chat. Please email me. I will be happy to answer all your questions. If you want to get me on Facebook, message me on Facebook. Of course, on here, I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. I'll be happy to jump on a quick call with you. We can definitely do that. Yes. Thank you, Kristen, for helping me out here, getting these chats in here. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. And I will be back tomorrow, and I will be talking about a few more topics the rest of the week, and addressing these topics so that you can understand what I am doing in this membership and why you belong here with me. So take a risk, be vulnerable, share your heart, and love always. Know I love you all. Wishing you love, balance, and peace. Ciao, ciao, baby. I love you. I do.